is Rain on Sunday, or Mandy. Today is Tuesday, which means it's my day. So I'm going to be talking to you about birth control methods, just various stats and facts and stuff. We're going to be focusing on two of the various types of methods today. So let's start off with what kinds of birth control methods are there. There's barrier, hormonal, intrauterine, sterilization, traditional, periodic, and then breastfeeding. So, today we're going to mainly focus on barrier, hormonal, and intrauterine devices. But next Tuesday we'll get started on sterilization, traditional stuff, and periodic, because those sound so fun. So, starting off with barrier methods. A barrier method is basically a physical barrier. Many barrier methods protect not only against pregnancy and the baby virus, but STDs as well. When you picture a barrier method, usually what comes to mind is a condom, but also in this category are things like dental dams, female condoms, cervical caps, diaphragms. Did I say diaphragms? No. So they basically just create a physical barrier which prevents the sperm from getting to an egg. Sometimes they also prevent germs from getting there, but, not all the time. With condoms, the most effective form is latex. There are a couple of other materials, the least effective being animal condoms. Also a little disturbing, like lambskin or whatever. But, if you have a latex allergy, there are alternatives out there. Don't accept that as an excuse for not wearing a condom. This is how a barrier method works. This is a sperm. This is an egg. My head is a barrier. See how effective that was? Alright, the second type we're going to go over is hormonal. The most common hormones used are estrogen and progesterone. This is only available to girls because they're working on guy hormone stuff, but it's not very advanced yet. So, hormones are available in pill form, rings, patches, shots, oodles of fun ways to take them. There are hormonal pills that affect your period and tons of stuff. With hormones, the main thing that you need to remember is it is impacting your body physically, as opposed to just creating a barrier or just occupying space. It is interfering with your body's chemical makeup, so there are going to be some side effects. The other chemical that is used that's not a hormone, which we're going to touch on in a second, is spermicide. But most people who are using hormonal methods are on the pill, although the patches and rings are becoming much more common. Those are usually a daily or a weekly method. The shot is much more far spread apart. You can do it every 3 months, although it is associated with more weight gain and heavier side effects. Also included in hormones is Plan B, which is the after-sex version of the pill. It isn't an abortifacient. It just provides a harsher environment for stuff. So it's like the sperm and the egg. Oh God, they might meet. But no, not the right environment. I know, I'm interpretive. Hormones, what they do is basically prevent the body from releasing an egg. So, there's no thing to be impregnated, so fine. They are very effective, 99.9% effective when used correctly. And depending on what method you're most comfortable with, they're pretty easy to use correctly. The last one we're going to touch on today, besides spermicide. Spermicide is interesting, except for nonoxynol 9, which is used in the United States, promotes bleeding, and that's not good. It can cause lacerations and stuff. So if you're getting a condom, don't use a spermicidal lubed one. Spermicides can be effective. They have sponges, oodles of other things that you can put up there that are full of anti-sperm meds, but you've got to be careful because they can cause bleeding. Intrauterine devices are the oldest known form of birth control, and they're still the most widespread in the world, although not the Western world, because they've been a little discredited. But then when they go back and do research now, it turns out that they're super, super effective. It's like squirting water gun at Charmander. It's super effective. So basically what it is intrauterine device, or IUD for short, which means it's inside your uterus. It can be as simple as a rock. It can be merino, which has progesterone in it, so it actually assists hormonally as well as being an intrauterine device. Either way, both of them prevent pregnancy through various methods, both by occupying space, using hormones, blocking sperm from entering an egg. They work in like 7 different ways at once. They're pretty awesome. And as opposed to lasting for, a week or a day, like the pill, they can go on for 5 to 12 years, depending on what kinds you use. The 2 most common on the market today are Marina and Paragard. One is plastic, one is metal, one's for 5 years, one's for 12. So, those are the forms of birth control that we're going to be covering today. At this point on Tuesdays, I'll probably be like, hey, I'm going to answer questions. But as this is my first day, I don't have any questions. So, please send me questions in my greet or through YouTube. Either one. Just send me questions and I will answer them. Just make sure that you ask that they're going to Mandy. Otherwise, who knows who will answer them. Alright, well this was fun. And that's the end of my first video. Bye! Have fun out there with sexing.